Now, speaking about this particular thing that they add additional information, if you remember, there were some types of clauses that we studied before as well, which actually told us about the extra information. And what was the extra information? And there's actually another symbol which is used to provide the extra information. So yeah, come on, keep on revising your topics. And this is something that we did in our grade 6 class as well. So let's get to the semicolon. She loves to dance. Colon, semicolon. However, comma, she dislikes singing. She dislikes singing. Now see over here. If I would have only put the comma, not semicolon, not however as a conjunction, will that be correct? Yet again, it would have been a mistake of a comma splice. So that's how we mitigate the problem, or to abolish the problem. Usage. Semicolons are used to connect closely related independent clauses in a sentence. Closely related independent clauses in a sentence. Exactly the way we were doing before in the comma situation, when we were actually using a comma and a conjunction to separate the both of the independent clauses from one another, right? So the purpose is they indicate a stronger connection between the clauses than a comma alone, providing a smooth transition between ideas. See, it's actually mentioning. So this sentence particularly means that if you only do with comma, without any conjunction, without any semicolon, it is going to create a mistake, which is called comma splice. All right, hyphens. Come on, guys, hyphens. M dash, N dash. We have studied so much in the classroom. We actually, had a really good, strong discussion about it. Actually, I was in class 7T. Yeah, with the girls, I had a really good discussion about it. Okay, so usage. The hyphens are used to join compound words, connect prefixes to words, or clarify meaning. Purpose, they help to avoid confusion by linking words or parts of the words that form a single concept or adjective. Right, for example, 3-year-old dog. This is one of the examples it's used over here. Okay, now the M dash and N dash. Okay, let me just throw it down on the next page. Yep. So the M dash and N dash. Remember, guys, M dash, we studied to actually put some pauses, any interpretations that we're doing so far, any sudden breaks or pauses. That's why we put the M dash, the longer one, okay? And the N dash is actually used to have a little bit difference, create a little bit difference when we are actually writing a range of numbers, dates, or separating different numbers in this particular example. So the usage says the M dashes are used to indicate a sudden break or break in thought, or an interruption in a sentence, whereas the N dash are used to indicate ranges or connections. Okay, so the purpose is that M dashes add emphasis or set of parenthetical information. Parenthetical. Now this word parenthetical comes from the parenthesis, right? Means extra information. While N dashes clarify relationships between elements such as numbers or words. Parentheses. Okay, we're back to the parentheses. So the parentheses over here, which are like round brackets. Parentheses, you call them parentheses, or you can call them round brackets. It's totally up to you. All right. So it says over here that the meeting scheduled for tomorrow has been cancelled. Or if I just say the meeting has been cancelled, but if I want to provide a little bit more extra information, a little bit more clarity, so I would rather use the word within the parenthesis or the clause or the sentence or the phrase that scheduled for tomorrow, because I want to clarify, I want to tell that which meeting I'm talking about. Okay, the usage says that the parentheses are used to enclose additional information or asides within the sentence. Okay. The purpose, they provide a supplementary detail, means extra detail or explanation, without disrupting the flow of the main text, because the main text over here was just the meeting has been cancelled. Okay, but if I actually tell them, if I, let's say, put this parenthesis right there, scheduled for tomorrow, because you see, if I just say that the meeting has been cancelled, so maybe in the following week I'm having few meetings, 3 or 4 meetings. How am I gonna get the clarification that, okay, which meeting I'm talking about, the one scheduled tomorrow? Or maybe I could also write scheduled for Monday or scheduled for Tuesday, to be a little bit specific that which exact meeting I'm talking about. So that's parenthetical information, extra information. Doesn't require in every situation, but gives a kind of formal touch if you actually use it. And more clarity. So purpose, they provide supplementary detailed explanation without disrupting the flow of the main text. Okay. All right, we're having brackets as well. Now, brackets is something that we haven't studied in the class, and it wasn't part of the curriculum as well. But I found it important to actually, use it, explain you in this session, the online video. So the brackets say that the author, John Smith, has published several books. Now you can also argue with me that, sir, in this situation, why don't we use the parenthesis again? Well, there are some certain strong strict rules that we cannot change. So when you have to actually quote that somebody has said something, or maybe you want to give the credits to the person whom have said something, or maybe whom have published something. So it'd be much better that we actually use the square brackets because it's the general practice. And once you're going to come into your universities, so you'll understand this when you're going to do your research work. So this is how it goes. The author, John Smith, in the square brackets, okay, you can call it brackets or square brackets, has published several books. Now the usage is that the brackets are used to enclose editorial comments, corrections, or additional information within a quotation. They clarify or modify quoted material, indicating that the added text is not the part of the original quotation, right? So, okay, and this is the important point, just to clarify that it's not the part of the original text. Okay, comma splice. Here we go. The comma splice is here. Now there are a couple of situations which are discussed over here. So I'm just gonna go through it really quickly. So the comma splice is a grammatical error that occurs when two independent clauses, complete sentences. Now you see, again, parenthesis, extra information, are joined together to actually clarify. Are joined together with only a comma without proper punctuation or coordination conjunction to connect them. Here's an example. Sarah went to the store. She bought some groceries. Now both are independent in this situation, but if you separate both of independent with a comma, it's not going to do the job because the comma cannot handle two independent clauses connecting with one another. It needs a conjunction, a coordinating conjunction, maybe a correlative conjunction. Also, it will need a comma in that situation, but you can also use a semicolon to mitigate both of them. Okay, so in this sentence, Sarah went to the store and she bought stores are both independent clauses. They could stand alone as separate sentences. However, they are incorrectly joined together with only comma. So to fix the comma splice, here are a few options that we have. Number one, use a semicolon. Like I told you before, use a comma and a coordinating conjunction, comma, and, or separate the clauses into two sentences. Maybe put a period, put a full stop as well. Make that sentence a totally separate sentence, right? So each of these methods create a grammatically correct sentence by properly separating the independent clauses. With that, let's conclude the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that it cleared your idea of how this thing is done. So let me just zoom out a little bit that you guys can take a screenshot of this particular document on your screens. Okay, let me just zoom in again a little bit maybe. That's a little bit tricky job over here. So yeah, you can take a screenshot now. Now going to the page 2. That's page 2. Okay, and this is page 3. And actually, I thought to make some extra notes on the comma splice that you might want to take a screenshot of that as well, just to go through some extra details that how this thing is done and what are, let's say, the other implications or other rules. But this is not so important for you to read, but still, if you want to read, you have a clear option and you can definitely take a screenshot. Okay, now going to page number 5. Okay, I hope you can see that in front of your screen. These are some extra notes that you can definitely take and could be really helpful. Alright guys, with that, let's conclude this video. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. It's always an honor to help you within your English grammar journey or any other lessons. And if you have any other requests for any other videos, please do let me know. And yep, like always, give a thumbs up, comment down, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next video, and share this with your friends, whoever are in need. Till then, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.